Hello everyone, welcome back. Today's video is a continuation of the videos from our previous 2 days. So if you haven't watched those, you might want to, so you can see what we've been up to till this point. We have a massive deck of 102 cards. We're extremely inconsistent with our deck, but we're doing it for fun. Affectionate Poro. When none of the foe spores dies, the foe creates a copy of it in deck and grants copies of it everywhere, +2/+2. That's basically the same power as the Jubilant Poro on the first encounter, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, this is going to be a true test of whether or not our deck can deal with the big guys. Look at all the cards we're tossing. Our sea monsters are going to be massive because they get more stats from the deep based on the number of cards we toss. The unfortunate part is we don't get the Death Sand to get rid of one of the Poros, but we do hit the Poro King with the vulnerable, so that's a plus. We're at 19 cards in deck. We go down to exactly 15 if we pull the Jettison. Let's just go for a second Slaughter Dog, attack with everything. Pull the opponent's unit, or the Poro King with the hired gun. That's 9. That has 9 impact. The Poro might be able to summon a bunch of Poros here. I get 2 sea monsters for free here. We're going to be able to drop down the Nautilus this turn. Wait, it didn't work. Oh. Thought for sure we were going to proc the Slaughter Dogs. Never mind. Does that change things? Honestly, I just played Nautilus anyway. Let's shuffle all the sea monsters we tossed back into our deck. Yeah, we go from 15 to 42 cards.
Now, where did that one run off to?
I guess we don't need to proc the sea monsters if I can play the sea monsters I already have in hand. Please attack into me, opponent. He does. That's surprising. I figured he was going to pass on attacking me because his entire board dies for nothing. Guess I was wrong. Lose out on 1 unit here. 2 units in fact. But it's fine, I'll just transform this unit into a better one. It doesn't retain the impact though. Their Noxian Merchant goes away. But we don't really need the Noxian Merchants because we have the Citrus Courier. So what we can do is just attack with everything. And then we proc the Plunder by dealing damage with the Nautilus with Overwhelm. The opponent can develop a board here. But is he actually capable? Oh, never mind, we have 2 rallies now. Yeah, we're definitely killing the opponent. We proc 1 rally here. Kill the opponent through the extra plating. Yeah, I think we hit a fair bit. We're at a fair bit of lethality with the deck. We're already killing people through the extra plating. We didn't do that against the Timo Swain though. But this deck was built to synergize with the Adventurer's baseline power. The fact that we were able to pull this off is very good for us. More incisive tacticians, sure. Another power. Vanguard Lookout, Arcane Empowerment, Sweet Solitude. I guess... more units on the board? Nah. We already developed enough of board presence as is. Might as well just pick this up, make it so our power can deal with the opponent's... or our spells can deal with the opponent's units a bit better. We get a fair bit of extra gold thanks to the Heart of Gold, so we might be able to purchase something both on the Smooth Soloist and on the Stargazer. Can we deal with Elder Dragon, Norra, and Vex? To be honest, I was not playing PvP around the time where these two decks came out, so I don't know exactly what's in them or what they entail, what's their game plan. And the foe summons in it, grant gloom to the player's units with less power than it. If the foe didn't summon a created unit this round, they plant a mysterious portal in the top 4 cards of their deck. And they summon 2 Heralds of Dragons. If the opponent levels up the Elder Dragon, I die. Let's go for the Elder Dragon fight anyway. We'll just have to kill the opponent's units every turn so that they don't get to attack. And develop a board so scary that they don't feel like attacking. We can get Darius down, we can apprehend for an extra attack. We haven't seen Darius, or we didn't see Darius in the last game.
Made it myself. Oops, you dropped something.
Can you give me a damage spell?
You weren't using
I think we're going to mill the... or we don't even get the Death Sand because we just tossed way too many copies of it.
made it myself.
Let's hired gun
Success.
treasure trove probably, because I have no better plays. P.3, mobilize. Mobilize is decent. Makes our hand a bit cheaper. Let's just discard the P.3 though. I want to kill this. This is a very scary unit. Do I hold the other two back? Nah. I want the opponent to, yeah, throw one of his units to the grinder. With one less unit on the opponent's board, we're in a better position, I think. The opponent so far hasn't developed that scary of a board. And actually do... no, I can't. I can't do Lure of the Depths Nautilus. But I can do Lure of the Depths Incisive Tactician if I want to. No, I can't. I guess I'll go for the Lord Malat. We'll just try to hit deep, since for once we're actually a ways off from hitting deep. The opponent doesn't bother attacking, I guess he was scared. We can hit deep here. In fact, I'll do that. If we hit deep here, we win the game, because we can do Nautilus, play our entire hand. We unfortunately don't have enough mana for our rally effects, but it should be fine. 18 damage, damn, that's a lot of damage. opponent's board is quite scary. Is it enough though? Oh, never mind. We can give everything overwhelm. We're safe. Yeah, that doesn't proc it. It's doesn't proc it's what's it called? Daybreak effect, so you can't even stun one of my units.
They will bleed for Noxus.
Nice skill through the extra plating. Yeah, we might be able to take on the other dragon. Norra Vex. Did they really play Vex in that deck though? Wasn't it just Elder Dragon Norra? Maybe not. More Slaughter Dogs, I suppose. What was the other breakpoint? It was 102 and the next one is 114. Sure. Brash Gambler? Yeah, let's pick up more Brash Gamblers. Gives us something to do with all the bothersome cards that get stuck in my hand and I can't play at the start of the game. Some extra mana would be nice. That's mostly why I bought the extra copies of the Riptide, so I could get the mana gem from the item. But I haven't really been using the Riptides for ramp, have I? I guess when you're trying to keep the opponent's board or trying to remove one unit from the opponent's board every turn, you don't have a lot of spare mana. There go all of my copies of the Slaughter Dogs. I'm pretty sure that was all of them, so I don't get a Slaughter Dogs this time around. Can I get a Death Sand though? Apparently, oh, yes! I actually get a copy of the Death Sand. Of the Death Sand. How close are we to deep? A ways off. Let's do Rumble Slug. Death Sand can deal with the Lonely Poros. Or the Poros in general. He's increasing the cost of the Noxian Merchant. It's probably the best thing he can do. Because he might just die because of it. The overwhelm to everything is very good for me. It's fine. I'll use the Death Sand to get rid of this guy. We'll save the spare mana for the Jettison. Proc the Pet Burst speed. 22, we go down to 19. Yeah, let's do this. We might be able to surprise the opponent. Don't... Okay, he thinks the Treasure Trove is a scarier card. Fortunately for me, the actual scary card is the Jettison. So now we have a blocker for this guy. A blocker for this guy, and I suppose we'll block there. Take 2 damage. I might be able... I can go for the Incisive Tactician here. Do I bother? Yeah, sure. Let's do Incisive Tactician. Attack right away with my Rumble Slugs. And my 9 impact fired gun. The... what's it called? Which one of these powers is it? The Relentless Force is actually being a lot more useful than I anticipated. I figured we wouldn't get much use out of it, because we don't really get a lot of value from just drawing cards, because I guess we don't... I didn't think we would naturally draw that many cards, but we have been drawing quite a fair amount of cards. So at the very least our first unit gets a bunch of impact.
All will growl.
actually did my math wrong. I can't go Nautilus into Incisive Tactician. I forgot to take into account the fact that we would no longer benefit from the offerings or the sigils of the storm. It's fine though. We can do Incisive Tactician here. Let's get that extra attack in. Why bother with playing the Noxian Merchant? Yeah, might as well secure the victory by giving everything Overwhelm. No, there's no way we can lose. Just in case the opponent had something to protect himself with. Ninja Tabi, the Incisive Tactician. Yeah, sure. It's better than the other options. Smooth Soloist, Mana Flow, Arm to the Teeth, Mountain Speak, definitely the Mana Flow. I benefit a lot more from the extra mana. I might not be able to get the power from the Stargazer now, or the power that I would like, but the extra mana is going to go a long way, trust me. Pretty poor hand. Both of them were pretty poor. Ringblade, Shade Leaf, Spirit Living Axe. On both of them. Ah. Interesting. How do I survive here? I don't really see the way out of this. We can start off by doing Slaughter Dogs. First things first, just get rid of a bad card. There goes our Jettison. No more burst speed proccing of the deep. Portia the Potent. At least it's not the Peculiar Dragon encounter. Let's do Darius.
Mine is the hand of Noxus.
What does he have?
The suspense is terrible.
He has Elder Dragon in hand. Vex's Glare, that's fine. Guess we try to get something good off of the treasure troves, or one of them at least. If you attack for 2+ times this round, it costs 0 less, and ally strikes an enemy. That's exactly what I needed to get rid of one of the opponent's units. Fortunately, Darius is no longer a 13 attack unit. Does the Savage Reckoner go up to 13 attack? Hopefully yes. Yes, it does. Exactly what I need to get rid of the Vex.
Portals up and down and all around.
I can really get rid of the Vex and the Norra here. Thanks to this guy.
I'm scared.
Yeah, that's fine. He's still going to kill the Norra. Let's drop down the Yordle Smith. Then we can attack like so. We'll pull here. If the opponent wants to block the Darius, I think I accept the trade.
Our time is over.
Because we clear most of the opponent's threats this way. There goes both of the opponent's champions. There goes... No, it doesn't. The opponent's discount on the Elder Dragon doesn't go away. That's a high roll. Cut the grain off of the Portia. Just like that. He couldn't have asked for a better outcome, could he? We're going to take a while to proc the deep. We need to draw. That's what we need to do. Can you please attack into me, opponent? Draw 2. This is -4 cards. -4 cards doesn't get me there quite yet. Might be a bit too early for the incisive tacticians. Let's see if the opponent attacks me here. This is bad. At least I can still block with my units. And I'm not going to be able to kill any of the opponent's units. Does Elder Dragon level up? I can't see. Okay, it doesn't level up quite yet. Let's do... We can't do the burst speed level up. I think we'll do this here. And we do heavy metal to get rid of one of the opponent's units so he doesn't get buffs. Turns out we actually will be able to proc the deep this turn. Nautilus? Do I go Nautilus here? Does Nautilus help me? Somewhat. Will Nautilus try to discount all of our sea monsters? Then I'll use livestream to hopefully hit a decent... Oh, I'm pissed. Well, at least I can do this. The opponent's forced to block. Let's pull the trigger on the treasure trove. Hopefully we get some good cards here. Okay, we shouldn't really complain too much. Because our first treasure trove gave us the perfect cards. Exactly the cards we needed. Oh, the opponent has a massive board. Hopefully he doesn't attack right away next turn. He's going to play the Elder Dragon first though. And I'm going to die. That's what's going to happen to me. Because Elder Dragon levels up. Or maybe not. Maybe he's just afraid that I'll trade into his units. The opponent's throwing the game. I'll take it. Ancient Yeti. That does nothing. Let's drop down the incisive tactician. Go for an attack. We need to start putting some pressure on the opponent. Wait, the Elder Dragon is still... The opponent doesn't get Dragon Boons. So he can't play the Elder Dragon unless he has the units that discount Elder Dragon on the board. Huh. What an interesting situation the opponent is in. He can't play the Elder Dragon. Well, good thing I realized that eventually. It was a bit late, but at least I realized it. Next turn we can do double incisive tactician, so we're going to be fine to attack. Everything is overwhelmed. Let's set up on an elusive. We attack with everything. Let's just pull this guy. Ensure that my other units survive. He doesn't even bother blocking. Ooh. That was kind of close. At least I realized eventually that the opponent couldn't play the Elder Dragon. Grave Companion, sure. More draw, another sea monster. Definitely take that. After you play 6+ cost spell, deal 10 damage to run an enemy of the enemy nexus if there is none. Nope. Doesn't work for me. Your spells and skills deal damage in the form of gloom. Doesn't work for me either. Piltover's Finest gets us through our deck faster. So we can get to deep quicker. But we already start the game out with a full hand. That's just overkill. I can't take it. Sneaky Zibbles. The foe summons a unit granting its keywords to the previous unit the foe summoned. This encounter is normally incredibly annoying. So with the extra stats from the Deadly ++, I think we will be up against an incredibly unfun encounter. I was about to say hard, but it might not be hard, it might just be unfun. There's a good hit. Direct treasures at the start means we get closer to deep. I would like less treasure troves, please. This is pretty good for an opening hand for this deck. Let's try that. What's it called? Which one of these powers is it? Arcane Empowerment is actually putting in work because now our Death Send is actually scaled to the opponent's units having, or to the opponent's powers having an additional +1/+1. How do I want to start here? Let's just attack here. Force the opponent into having something. He has to block here, yeah. We get rid of 2 of the opponent's units. He has 7 mana to fill his board though. That's not enough. That's not a full board. Can discount. Let's do this. We'll discount the Black Market Merchant and we'll play him this turn. Like so. We draw a card from the opponent's deck while at the same time we toss one from our own deck. It doesn't do anything yet again. Guess we'll do this. Get rid of another Poro. And I'll play the Mountain Goat. Try to empty my hand so that next turn I can do something else alongside the treasure trove I intend to play. He goes for an open attack, really? I guess he kills one of my units. Messes with the other. Deals 6 to my nexus. Do I get Nautilus down? Yeah, sure. Might as well. Next turn we level him up by proccing deep. He gets a full board though. And he has a very massive lifesteal unit. Hopefully we can hit the rally effects we have access to. We're definitely going to need them. Or maybe not if Nautilus attack connects and kills that thing. We definitely do Submersible first. Let's go through our deck. Lure of the Depths. Draw a Sea Monster. That's not a Rally. The Rally one. Let's try to turn this into a good card. Not good enough. Guess we give everything Overwhelm and kill the opponent. Or we try to kill the opponent. He has 9 spare mana, so he might have something. or it just rolls over and dies. He looked at my board once and thought, the game's over. Get me out.
Cannot be sated.
Yeah, while the opponent's encounters are definitely hard, your deck gets incredibly good as well. You get very powerful. I still think not every champion might be able to pull this off though. You need to be able to consistently keep the opponent's board in check, while at the same time having enough lethality to pose a threat to the opponent. I'm tempted to pick Swain here. I wonder how well Swain will fare against the opponent's deck, because of the extra plating you can't really burn the opponent's deck as much as you'd like, so it's kind of hard to get to the point where you're just clearing the opponent's entire board with a single spell. Or at least I think it might be hard, I don't know, I'm not certain. Interesting, for once we didn't hit a billion all of our treasure troves in my initial toss of most of the cards in my deck. Let's discount this. We're going to be able to draw a lot here. We don't hit Darius though, which is a bit unfortunate. I guess we do Submersible to cycle. My units on the board are extremely large. Art of the Fluff. The foe summons a random one-cost Poro. If the foe has 5+ units, they create a 0 cost Art of the Fluff in hand. That's a problem. Fortunately, we have the Submersible to jump block that. Next turn. Does he get a... He just gets a Heart of the Fluff every turn, okay. That's what's going on. Well, in that case I need to get Nautilus down ASAP. And I need to start... using Riptides to shuffle the Hearts of the Fluff back into the deck. Otherwise I'm pretty sure we're just dead. Hopefully it doesn't give the Heart of the Fluff spell shield here. There's no spell shield on the Heart of the Fluff. Okay, no. No spell shield is exactly what we needed. Let's do Noxian Merchant first. Try to bait the opponent into playing, yeah, the Heart of the Fluff. He has the Heart of the Fluff on the board. And with the Heart of the Fluff on the board, we just do this. Shuffle it back into the deck, it loses all of its buffs, all of its stats, everything. And then we can do this. No, we can't. Well, we can do that at least. Soften up the opponent's unit. As long as the next Heart of the Fluff doesn't get some sort of overwhelm or another elusive keyword, maybe, we're fine. Okay, plays Heart of the Fluff yet again. I need to block with the Incisive Tactician. I also need to hit deep like yesterday. We're really struggling with hitting deep this time around. He has regeneration life still, so there's no point in me attacking first. Aurora Borealis is bad. That Poro now has quick attack and overwhelm. We need to do something here.
That doesn't scare
Toss
me.
that in. Can do this. Hopefully Nautilus gets through here. We deal one to the opponent's Nexus. We need the treasure trove to refuel us with something. Pick a fall or summon exactly a thermal copy of it if it's an enemy stun it. That's exactly what we need to win the game. We stun that thing, we rally with the incisive tactician, and we win by turning the opponent's power against him. Okay, I don't know how you're supposed to pull this off with another deck. I feel like our deck is incredibly strong and we struggle a lot just because of the fact that the opponent just gets a free Art of the Fluff with a bunch of stats and keywords every turn. Without us hitting the high roll there off of the treasure trove, we wouldn't have been able to win. I guess we might have been able to proc the thing, deep, but even then it was rough. Zoe and Poro King. As long as the foe has 2+ champions, their Nexus can't take damage. Round end, transform the foe's Poro followers into new champions from their region. Okay. What's their region? Runeterra and all of them. It's all of them. It just gets a bunch of different champions, I guess. As long as the foe has 2+ champions. We need to get rid of the Zoe right away. I feel like Zoe is going to be a problem if we leave her around. Okay, we hit Darius. We also hit Brash Gambler. We have a play here. A pretty cool play at that. Let's do Darius discounted by 1. Like so. We can follow it up with Brash Gambler. Please let me attack with the Darius and the Brash Gambler. He stuns it right away. Of course he does. Let's discard the treasure trove. I feel like we won't be able to proc it properly. Immediate frostbite on the Brash Gambler. We're at 26. I'm going to attack with the Brash Gambler anyway.
Let's see who backs down. Always
Force the deep, or try to force deep. It's fine. Can go for rally, or I can kill one of the opponent's units. I'll kill one of the opponent's units. Wait, he rallied? When did you rally? Why did you rally? How? Well, at least the champions don't have a lot of extra stats. That's a small victory. He is going to attack with a full board of elusives though. Just a casual 34 damage. Coming my way, 40 damage actually. Actually 44 damage. 47 damage actually. I'm definitely keeping here. I don't want the opponent to have another opportunity to play cards. Well, let's Nautilus jettison. It's not enough. Let's Nautilus. Then he gets a buff here, but he no longer has. He no longer has Poros. Well, those keywords now. Things are not looking up for us. We are going to be able to proc deep here. And we are going to rally here. That's a free, everything gets overwhelmed. We have a free rally thanks to the Darius. Let's attack like so. Hopefully kill the Zoe.
Will rise.
Please let me kill the Zoe.
Nothing up my sleeve.
Ouch. How many puff caps do I have in deck? 3. Okay. Things could be worse. So he's very likely to die here. Ooh, both Zoe and the Poro King die here. Wait. This guy doesn't take damage? Oh no. What do I do here? How do I pull this off? I definitely need to rally again. I can do this. That's one less problem. The opponent has 5 mana to work with. That's fine, we can do this yet again. That's one less resource the opponent has access to. There's 4 mana to spare. Let's stun here. Nothing? Really? Why do I feel like you're baiting me, opponent? Well, at least I have 2 rallies now. So he can go for another attack if he has something. He doesn't. Oh, we were so close to losing. Yeah, this is definitely a hard adventure. If anyone can beat this adventure with a low star champion, I'm going to be very impressed. Then again, I'm not the best at the game, maybe it's possible. Oh, what a ride, what a run. We were putting out 30s on the board and every turn, and it was still not enough. Oh. And all we get is this. I guess the Targon Nova Crystal is very good. Which champion should I use it on? I'll think about it off camera. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.